organizations. As you know that every chapter has its terminology. We come across many new terms whenever we start any new chapter. So now in this chapter also there are some basic terms which you need to understand so that you can solve the questions easily. The first term is subscriptions. Subscriptions basically is a major kind of income for a trust or a charitable institution or club. Like suppose if you want to be the part of any of these kind of trust or club or anything, then you need to pay some fee to them, right? So the fee which you pay to these not for the profit organizations, that fee is known as subscriptions. It means that this subscriptions is received from every member. Every year we have to pay, right? So that's why their nature is revenue, because every year we have to pay it. Every year every member has to pay the subscriptions. Got it? So so subscription is a kind of revenue item. So surely it brings cash in the NPO, so it's going to be recorded in receipt and payment account on the debit side. Now receipt and payment account will record the subscription of current year also, previous year also, following year also. Means कि अगर current year में आपको किसी मेंबर ने लास्ट ईयर की सब्सक्रिप्शंस पे की बिकॉज ही वाज नॉट एबल टू पे लास्ट ईयर, सो वो भी आप रिकॉर्ड करेंगे. और सपोज अगर किसी मेंबर ने आपको नेक्स्ट ईयर की फी भी एडवांस में पे कर दिया, सो दैट ऑल्सो यू आर गोइंग टू रिकॉर्ड इन रिसिप्ट एंड पेमेंट अकाउंट, राइट? बट while making income and expenditure account, these subscriptions will be recorded on the credit side, because you know that income and expenditure account is prepared on the rule of nominal accounts, where we have to debit the expenses and credit the incomes. And you know that in case of income and expenditure account, we are only going to record the items of the current year. तो अगर आपने रिसिप्ट एंड पेमेंट अकाउंट में तीनों ईयर की सब्सक्रिप्शंस को रिकॉर्ड किया है, देन आउट ऑफ दीज थ्री ओनली दी सब्सक्रिप्शंस ऑफ द करंट ईयर विल बी रिकॉर्डेड इन इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट इन ऑन द क्रेडिट साइड. These subscription is the major topic of this chapter only. We are going to learn it in detail in the following lectures. So so right now try to understand only this thing. Then the next is life membership fee. As I told you that that every member has to pay subscription every year. But suppose what if a person or a member has paid the subscription in advance for the whole life, right? Suppose उसने 5 years 10 years की, या जब तक वो member रहना चाहता है, उसने उस tenure तक की subscription को एक साथ lump sum में pay किया, then that becomes life membership fee. Now obviously every member will not do it. It will be done by only a few members, and once they paid the life membership fee, they are not going to pay the subscription every year. So ultimately life membership fee becomes a kind of a capital item, because it is done rarely by any member, and then every year that member doesn't have to pay anything, right? So it becomes a capital item. So it will not be recorded in income and expenditure account, but surely it is recorded in the, or you may say on the debit side of receipt and payment account. Then this term we'll discuss at last. Then the next is entrance fee. Now I'll tell you one thing. As you know that subscription also every member has to pay. Every member has to pay it every year. But apart from subscription, there is one more fee which the members have to pay, and that fee is entrance fee. Subscription has to be paid by all the members. Entrance fee also has to be paid by all the members. Subscriptions will be paid by all the members every year till the time they are the part of the club or the institution, right? But in case of entrance fee, every member has to pay it, no doubt, but they have to pay it only once in the lifetime. Like suppose अगर मैं किसी club की member बनती हूँ इस year, then apart from subscription I have to pay entrance fee also, right? Entrance fee तो एक बार पे कर देगा, हर member पे कर देगा, बट सब्सक्रिप्शन भी हर मेंबर पे करेगा, बट तब तक पे करेगा जब तक वो उस इंस्टीट्यूट का मेंबर होता है. सो देयर इज ऑलवेज अ काइंड ऑफ कंट्रोवर्सी ऑन इट्स नेचर. सम पीपल से दैट इट शुड बी कैपिटलाइज्ड, बट सम पीपल आर्ग्यू दैट इट शुड बी रेवेन्यू ओनली, राइट? मीन्स कुछ लोग कहते हैं कि इसे कैपिटलाइज ट्रीट करो एंड इट शुड नॉट बी शोन इन इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट. But some people say that as it is paid by all the members, though once only, so it should be recorded in income and expenditure account also, right? So suppose if question is silent about its treatment, अगर क्वेश्चन में कुछ नहीं लिखा कि एंट्रेंस फी को कहाँ शो करना है, तो आप उसे कहाँ शो करेंगे? रिसिप्ट एंड पेमेंट में भी शो करेंगे, इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर में भी शो करेंगे. But if question says that entrance fee has to be capitalized, so it will be recorded in receipt and payment, but will not be recorded in income and expenditure account. So it depends upon the question. If nothing is mentioned, then it has to be treated as a revenue item. Then the next is donations. Apart from membership fees or subscriptions, right? A club or an institution, they get donations also. So they may get general donations or they may get specific donations. उन्हें कुछ भी मिल सकता है, उन्हें general donations भी मिल सकती है, उन्हें specific donations भी मिल सकती है, right? General donation means they have got the donation but the purpose is not clear. वो किसी specific purpose के लिए नहीं है, आप उस money को किसी भी purpose के लिए use कर सकते हैं, got it? But in case of specific donation, the money has to be used for that particular purpose itself. Like suppose if anyone has given donation to any charitable or institution or orphanage कि वहाँ एक park बनना चाहिए, right? Then that donation has to be used for the construction of park itself. So it's a kind of specific donation. I hope this point is also clear to you. And donations, now if their nature has to be decided, then we need to keep in mind their amount. If you have got the donation of less value like 100 rupees, 200 rupees, 2000 rupees, let's say, then it has to be recorded in receipt and payment and income and expenditure both. But if the amount of donation is huge, suppose in lakhs, right, then it has to be recorded in receipt and payment account, but you are not going to record in income and expenditure account. Then it has to be recorded in the balance sheet of that particular institution. Just like here, in case of life membership fee, we are going to record it in receipt and payment account, and then it has to be recorded in balance sheet. Same way, if I am capitalizing the entrance fee, then it has to be recorded in receipt and payment and balance sheet. And then in case of donations also, specific donations has to be recorded in balance sheet and receipt and payment account. So what you have concluded from this thing, that items of revenue nature will be recorded at two places, receipt and payment, income and expenditure. But item of capital nature will be recorded in receipt and payment and balance sheet, right? Just like normal questions. So here also, general donations, if they are of small denominations, means of small amount, कम value है, then it has to be recorded in receipt and payment, income and expenditure. But if donation is general, but amount is huge, then it has to be recorded in receipt and payment and balance sheet. It means in that case, general donations will also be capitalized. But in case of specific donations, it is always clear that it has to be capitalized only. So it will be recorded in receipt and payment and balance sheet. Because the items of capital nature are never recorded in income and expenditure account. Then the next is legacy. Legacy means suppose a deceased person. Deceased means the one who has died. ठीक है, जो पर्सन मर चुका है, अगर उसने अपनी विल में ये लिखा है कि उसकी पूरी प्रॉपर्टी किसी क्लब को जाएगी, किसी ट्रस्ट को जाती है, या किसी चैरिटेबल इंस्टीट्यूट को जाएगी, ऑर्फनेज को जाएगी, देन इन दैट केस जो मनी एक ट्रस्ट को, एक क्लब को मिलता है, दैट मनी इज नोन एज लेगेसी. एंड इट्स क्लियर दैट हमें ऐसी इनकम रोज रोज नहीं मिलती. सो दिस इनकम इज अ काइंड ऑफ कैपिटल ट्रांजैक्शन, capital receipt है, so it will be recorded in receipt and payment and balance sheet of that particular institute. Then the next is sale of assets. Suppose you have sold any asset. Now selling of asset is not an item of routine nature. Means ये transaction हम रोज नहीं करते. So whatever money you get out of selling any asset, that money is always a kind of your capital transaction. So it has to be recorded in receipt and payment on the debit side and balance sheet. But suppose if you are selling any asset and you have incurred some profit or loss, then profit or loss on account of sale, profit and loss on account of sale will be recorded in income and expenditure, because income and expenditure is a nominal account. If you are selling any asset It is a kind of capital transaction, has to be recorded in balance sheet and receipt and payment. But if you have got any profit or loss in that case, then that has to be recorded in income and expenditure. Then the next is sale of old newspapers. ये तो बहुत नॉर्मल सी आइटम्स होती हैं, हम ये मानते हैं कि ये डेली नेचर की हैं, सो इट इज़ अ रेवेन्यू नेचर आइटम, हैज़ टू बी रिकॉर्डेड इन रिसिप्ट एंड पेमेंट एंड इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर. देन द लास्ट इज पेमेंट ऑफ ऑनरेरियम. Honorarium means basically, honorarium is a kind of money which you give to any person who doesn't belong to the trust, right? Suppose करो कोई person आता है, उस person ने कुछ रिपेयर मेंटेनेंस किया, या उस person ने सपोज आपने किसी आउटसाइडर को बुलाया अपने ट्रस्ट में आपकी ट्रस्ट की प्रमोशन के लिए, और लेट्स से फॉर एनीथिंग. So whatever money you give to that particular person, that money is a kind of honorarium. So it has to be recorded in receipt and payment account and income and expenditure account, because it is a kind of revenue transaction. Got it? And the next is endowment fund. Endowment fund is basically the investment. जब कोई established foundation का मतलब होता है जब कोई बहुत बड़ी कंपनी, कोई बहुत बड़ा पर्सन, कोई बहुत बड़ी बिजनेस एंटिटी, लाइक सपोज आप या गवर्नमेंट ऑल्सो, अगर वो आपके ट्रस्ट में, आपके हॉस्पिटल में, आपके ऑर्फनेज में कुछ मनी इन्वेस्ट करती है, तो वो आपके लिए एक परमानेंट इनकम बन जाती है, क्योंकि आप उस मनी को कभी भी विड्रॉ कर सकते हो और किसी भी पर्पस के लिए विड्रॉ कर सकते हो उस पर्टिकुलर एनपीओ के, राइट. सो द मनी विच इज इन्वेस्टेड बाय एनी एस्टैब्लिश्ड फाउंडेशन इन द NPO, in the trust, orphanage or anywhere, then that money is known as endowment fund. और endowment fund एक orphanage के लिए, trust के लिए, institution के लिए, club के लिए एक बहुत ही major source of income माना जाता है. Got it? It is basically, और जो मैं call it a kind of grant also. Fine. So it is an investment made by any established foundation in the universities में भी, जैसे universities में भी मिलते हैं, चर्च में, किसी टेम्पल में भी हो सकता है, तो उन लोगों के लिए ऐसा जो फंड है वो किसी बड़े बड़े पर्सन्स ने वहाँ पे पैसा लगा दिया ना, सो दैट मनी इज नोन एज एंडाउमेंट फंड. So I hope all the terms are clear to you. So now in the next video lectures we'll be discussing about the accounting treatment of subscriptions, and then we'll start with the full-fledged questions. Thank you.